Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. Glad to have you with us. We are here with adventure number 10. We've had a couple weeks off. We got to see the Dungeons & Dragons movie, and if you didn't check it out, we did a review of said Dungeons & Dragons movie. You can see the video on YouTube, or I think we put it on the podcast, Pretty sure we did. But anyways, I'm glad to have you here. We're excited to pick up where we left off. Seth is not available to join us tonight, so Fiona is going to be away doing some tinkering, maybe in her in-room, while the rest of our heroes go adventuring, and hopefully they will not regret not bringing her along. We are going to do a quick introduction of our characters, going around the room here with a quick introduction of our fighter, a Goliath by the name of Cole. Say hi, Cole.
Ah!
Okay, that's it. That's all you get. Then we have Vessel, our Warforged cleric.
I am Vessel. I look after those in my charge. All here, except for one.
And we have Aragus Willoughby, our halfling bard.
Aragus Willoughby, halfling bard, musician to the stars.
And then we have Valimir Almarin Greyspell.
Valimir Almarin Greyspell the third.
Sorry, close.
Wizard extraordinaire.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice to have you with us, Valimir. And last we have Caven, another Goliath, brother to Cole, but Caven is the paladin of the group.
I'm Caven Boulderfall, Guardian of Solene.
Excellent. So, without further ado, we're going to get a recap of what happened last time, hopefully from Jeremy.
Not Seth. Okay, I'm going to come over to Seth's seat real quick. So when we started the last adventure, we were a split party again. The entire group, sans Cole, was able to defeat the light tower, and the shadow creatures that came through, the Shade Walkers, was a big nasty fight. But Valimir was able to take down the entire shadow network using the teleport cube that knocked the whole thing out. But when that happened, Cole got sucked in to somewhere else. When we started this episode, we found out that he was actually in Azamir. He was in Corendel in Azamir, zapped through from the other teleport side. He worked with a couple of people who were there. There was a guy that showed up for him who just referred to himself as old friend, wanted to stay unnamed. Cole named him 12. And gave him some very ominous warnings. Told us about a great man of flesh and bone who wanted to end the world. It was kept going back and forth about particular danger that we were in, and that our paths, Cole's and the rest of the groups, were crossed with what could be happening to the entire world of Varen. So we were supposed to seek out this information of the Starseer, and then they said, get out of here, because Cole didn't belong in Azamir, and they were trying to teleport him back. He was given a couple of rings, like a teleport ring, as well as sent to a teleport portal. But the closest portal, because the network had been broken down by the work that Valimir did, was all the way over in the Ironlands. So Cole starts teleporting all the way to the Ironlands, and we come back into Almithra, where the rest of the party was escorting Verador, who hired them to keep her safe back from the funeral. Well, it was a good thing she did, because they were ambushed by assassins, giant ice spiders, really, really crazy flashing blade guys that were coming in and making a whole big stink, trying to get her killed. They managed to survive, of course, good heroes that they are. They got her to safety and got her all the way back home to her estate, where Cole teleports in using the teleport rings that he was handed, and promptly dies in the process because of the magical protections that she had inside the house. He was revived, and we were able to bring him back, and finally the whole group is back together, a little worse for wear, but ready for some rest. Lady Verador, she just told them the same thing that Cole had known for a while, that they had a place down at Welcome Hall. And so they went down to Welcome Hall to get their way out. That was where we left off, and that's where we're going to get started from. So with that, let the adventure begin.
is 2 weeks later since we last saw our adventurers. You have been enjoying some downtime. Let me teach the players what downtime means. As we have
This is so unexpected.
I know, we never, ever have it. We're just going to have a little bit of downtime, and I'm certainly welcome to hear whatever you need to get done during this time frame before something of interest does creep up. But before that, a little bit of bookkeeping we missed out here. At the end of the last session, we had some hero points that were given out. So Cole and Caven each have an additional hero point that they can carry over into this one, which lets them go beyond the normal maximum of 1 to 2. And we have a birthday boy from last week by the name of Tim.
Aww.
And Tim earns himself a hero point twice over, 2 hero points that can also take him beyond. So Tim is starting with an epic 4
Wow.
hero points.
Okay.
At the end of the session, though, that max will go back down to 1.
So I need to use my
use
shit.
them. Use them unwisely. And happy birthday!
Wow,
All right.
happy birthday.
Need to
So-
get me one of those. Jeez.
Caven goes first, wherever it is.
It's been 2 weeks. You have been staying at the Welcome Hall, a cozy inn in a nice part of town, or a nice residential, like suburbanish type part of town. And in particular, Welcome Hall. The portly mother-like figure by the name of Grace has really taken to you folks. You've helped during those 2 weeks escort a couple of ne'er-do-wells who shouldn't have been there out the door on more than one occasion, and she's been appreciative of it. So she's really taken a liking to you. A couple of you have also met up with a retired old guy by the name of Barris, who likes to frequent the Welcome Hall, and he's been passing on little bits of gossip that he has from time to time in exchange for a few drinks. So that's been going on. With that in mind, though, you were only paid for 2 weeks by Verador to stay. So as you continue on, there will be some upkeep that will need to be paid. So some coinage might be requested soon. We join our scene at a moment 2 weeks from now, unless you have something in particular each of you would like to do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So he skipped it in the recap, but I got to talk about the fact that Lucille is gone. I have a giant morning star who has been with me for at least 2 years. She's been super reliable, and she was tied to a warg that I left over in the Ironlands before I teleported in. I need a new one. And I know that there's a guy who I met here the first time I came to Welcome Hall called Orden, who is a blacksmith who works with some special metals. And after having a very solid conversation with everyone in the group who all voted on it, I got all the gold.
All 3 pieces of gold. The group
I think there were
had.
37 that I gave him.
Vessel has a word.
He voted on it. I remember this. So I want to go to Orden, and I want to get myself a new morning star.
Okay. You may make a persuasion roll. And give yourself advantage as Orden has been being pressured by Grace at the Welcome Hall as he visits there frequently as well. Come on, give him a deal. Make a persuasion roll. If you get a 12 or higher, he'll cut you a little bit of a deal.
All right. Come on, Orden. We got a 18. 19. 19.
19? Instead of 15, he'll only charge you 10 gold. For a
Right.
Morning Star.
Everyone else knows that I spent 15 gold.
Yes.
On the no, 10 gold. Great. I will use that.
You mentioned a warg, Cole. What exactly did you get yourself into, my boy?
It does sound quite made up, doesn't it?
Warg took it. Yeah.
I tied it to him.
So now I've got one hood. They're okay. So when I was teleported out of Azimir the first time, I was sent to the only available port. The one here in Almithra is broken. That's what the lighthouse was connected to. We can't teleport in and out of the city.
Oh, strange.
So the closest one,
Circles his foot a little bit. Just like,
Yes, perhaps we might look into that at some point.
You
so
might have caused such a thing as that, huh?
So I had to get sent to the Ironlands. And the teleport that I popped out of was surrounded by orcs immediately. Like they knew I was coming. I had to smash some heads. And then I had to find a new land. I had to follow my senses, use my survival skills. I found my way into another tribe. It looks like there was a whole tent there. They had like 30 guards. They were all walking around. And some of them were on mounts, and I had to take them down, and I stole one of the mounts, and then a huge escape attempt with this Valor jump. You should have seen I was going over a big canyon. I had to fly over that. I took the warg, and we raced for at least a day. Like we were just going and going and going, trying to get to the cliff sides that I knew were going to take me to Amithra. And it died. Like it was so tired I couldn't make it the rest of the way. So I decided to use my teleport ring, and that's when I got to you guys.
And
the rings we destroyed.
after it died,
Yes.
is that when you tied the Morning Star to it?
I didn't want it to like fall away. Like it was, we were going to be on the edge of a cliff somewhere.
You
and it
were
didn't need to
in
be
the ocean.
fall down. So I,
Is lying a sin in most gods' eyes?
the details are murky for me. It was very adventurous.
These orcs that you smashed, did any of them have a funny looking sort of feathery thing on their bodies and heads?
I mean, a few of them, yes, that I recall.
Right. Okay. Cross the islands off the list of places to go. To the matter of Vessel, Aragus would very much have been spending this time singing songs, trying to banter up some street hustle.
Very nice.
Using everything from a bucket to a stage to curry favor and listen to gossip and whatnot, as well as take donations for a autonomous friend.
Okay.
And just in general, Valamir is usually like somewhere around during performances. He just makes himself.
He's the plant.
Yeah. Yes.
Well done. No, I love
Yeah.
this show.
He gets the mood going.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys who's in the circle.
Can you make 2 performance rolls?
Sure.
Your target number is a very simple 10 twice over. 10 and 10.
Okay.
This represents multiple performances.
Okay. We have a total of 23. And what was the goal number?
10.
10. Oh, that one's unfortunately a 9. So 23 and 9.
All right, you have not gained much information. You gained, you got 23?
Yes.
You were able to gain 7 silver, which is not a lot for all that time, but you were also able to get a gift from someone of some valuable tinkerer resources, which will be of value to our friend Fiona when she returns to the fold. 2 of those, but I wasn't clear.
2 tinkerer resources?
Yes.
And 7 silver?
He's like, oh, I want to tip you. Thanks so much, but this is all I can give you. Oh, thanks for coming to my kid's birthday party.
Not at all, my boy. Not at all.
Brother Cole.
I enjoyed the first show, but
You know, they're a lot taller than the average halfling, even at that age.
The puppet show
How
was a
is your
little
new
weird.
Morning Star?
Take a look at this one. It's not only got extra spikes around the outside, but he gave me an extra long haft, so it like holds over my shoulder real balanced. I call her Daphne.
Daphne.
Very excited.
Vessel, add 7 silver to your...
7 silver.
If-
Thank you.
I was hoping for...
If you have anything left over from what I gave you, you should
I'll get
consider blessing our brother Bessel.
Does he need a weapon? Like, he's got a cannon and everything. Like I feel like he's pretty good.
He's,
Which doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, you have a cannon mounted to your shoulder
Yeah,
with a
that won't
tinkerer
work
who's
right.
not around to use
Just keep
it.
pointing at things, the red lights. It's gonna work.
roll intimidation, and that's all you roll.
Deception.
Don't charge the cannon over 80% repeatedly.
Yeah, I know.
Vessel
Yes,
Vessel wants to acquire some bracers that will aid us in our future endeavors.
Great. You want me to just give him everything?
Well, Cole, as a matter of the vote, you seem to have.
This is an A and B conversation. See yourself out.
How do you all know how to spell so well? What is going on? Who taught you? Taught you these things?
I would say bless him with everything you have and see what comes back in return.
Last time he told me that, the guy was unconscious. All right, Vessel. I was told that you need things, so I'm going to give you 27 gold.
What?
Don't spell it all in one place.
I didn't think you guys had that much.
I intend to.
I mean, it's not as many as 7 silver, but it's what I've got. So,
Wait, yeah, how much did you said 27 gold. How much did he receive?
Yeah, keep in mind, Cole doesn't count the best.
yeah,
I got 6 gold out of that.
it's all I see.
Is this the rare occurrence that it actually is the number?
I'm sure, yeah. I'm not intending to hold anything back.
No. Caven practiced with him over.
Yeah.
20, say it,
No,
20, 27.
I had a really hard time when Orden said it was just 10 gold, and I was like, I wanted a morning star, though. Yeah.
This is more of an afternoon star. I need the morning.
There's also a moment during your 2 weeks where Caven and Vessel and Aragus are helping out at a small former tavern, really cramped, that was shut down, reopened and rented and filled with foodstuffs for the homeless. Just outside the courtyard, the big, expensive plaza where the Church of Solene is, there's an alleyway, and then there's this tavern that was money donated by Caven after the ceremony, a large sum of money donated on his behalf.
200 gold.
Yes. So you guys have been helping out and delivering food there, and there's a couple young adepts that help run the place twice per day that let people in and give them food, and it is absolutely appreciated.
It's called Meals on Round Stones.
Can we?
It's rations on wagons.
Yeah, it's rations on wagons.
It's close enough.
Can we turn this into a for-profit operation?
Of that 200, we need about 50 to seal the deal.
Valamir, did you have
Keeps the
something?
meat loaf fresh, if you know what I,
I
mean.
did. So Valamir is in the 2 weeks looking to make some sort of connection contact with somebody who may have scrolls, magical scrolls. Kind of attempting to widen his spell book, or at least make contact with somebody who may be able to, with the right motivation, help him.
You have been able to do so. Double checking here. Whoa, the prices though get crazy high. Crazy.
If only we
high.
knew the creator of this world and we could slightly deal with him.
I know, right?
Yes. You have found a couple of scrolls that the graduate students at the Lumine Academy,
Pass.
and those are the only scrolls that are available. They are second level. There are 2 of them, and they are 100 gold even each.
Wow.
Holy.
Wow.
And if any one of you wanted
Pass.
them, they would be
Alright.
consumables, but he can transfer them in. Actually, I don't even think you guys could cast them. So
What are those spells?
that is a great question.
It's 25 gold to
Fireball.
decipher what they are.
It is.
Do you get fireball level 2? I hope you do.
It's a
At
3.
level 2? No.
It's a level 3 spell. So level 5 or whatever.
Finding it.
Let's hope your material costs are much cheaper than needed.
Cheaper than yours.
How much gold you got now, Vessel?
Vessel is shy by a fair amount. He has 44 gold of the
Then you
Requisite 50.
need. Oh, so that's 6. He's short by 6. That's not that much.
I said by a little.
I have 12.5 gold. You can have 6 on mine.
What?
I have 12 gold according to my character sheet.
Argus just gave you
You
6
can
gold.
have 6.
You can't just casually see, Vessel has to hug at that point for sums over ones.
It is the.
Argus sings like Michael Jackson now.
Why can I not find this?
Crazy.
It is
6.5 gold,
the
baby.
flaming sphere.
Okay.
Get you
And-
your heals, my friend. And I can heat metal, so in her absence, I can kind of help you create those with a blacksmith or something if you want. Go to a forge or
Imagine the cost of
Whatever you-
creation is involved
Okay.
with that. So I'm.
if it
Go
helps
to a
us slim the deal, I can heat the metal for you.
The problem is I have to choose one person to attune them to. So
And do you have Misty Step?
I do.
Okay, I thought you did. So if that's the case, then we'll default to Knock then. Knock is
Okay.
the other one.
Perfect. I can't buy either of those at the moment, but I will make note of those. I also have damaged rings of teleportation, and I'm trying to. Would they either reduce Vessel's cost of materials if he had the damaged rings of teleportation?
And where did those come from? You?
So those are the
Yeah.
ones that were handed to Cole. The special friend that he found, who called himself the old friend,
Special friend.
provided him this hand of rings that if you take the dial, think of someone's name,
Right.
and run a circle, and then you can cast. But
That'd be.
big warning and label on it: destroy it once used because it can be traced, and we're being watched by someone. So the more we use
Valamir
it,
reads the terms
we
and
could be
conditions.
found where we were at. So, like, dying words that Cole had when he ended at Verador was destroy that, break it, which is why they are now broken.
And they have destroyed. Okay.
Yeah.
Those would be smeltable things of value, so you could sell them in that way.
Okay. For how
Oh,
much?
I'm
100 gold?
terribly sorry. I misread the component cost. It is. I didn't misread it.
It's
I
50 each.
misrepresented. It's 50 each.
I'm getting
So I can
you
buy one
okay?
ring.
Yeah, I'm getting you one.
Presently.
alright?
It is a total of 4 gold worth of value.
And is there any other intrinsic magical value to it that Valamir would be interested? Okay.
been-
But it's repairable, if I recall.
Is it?
It is not repairable.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
probably only by Azamir.
Smeltable.
Azamirians.
Which we might as well. To repair it costs as much as to get a new one. So.
Yeah, no doubt. Right? You just trade them in at that point.
Okay. I will then have them smelted down.
Done. At making a note. Okay. Also during this time, at a table at the Welcome Hall, we have Valamir, Cole, and Aragus gathered around the table. There is a 4th person there, and it is a new friend who goes by the name
Of new friend.
of Barris. He's an older fellow. He was a successful merchant back in his day. He's used up most of his savings and now just gets lightly drunk from time to time. He's enjoyed hanging out with you guys and hearing your stories. And he is sitting around and says, hey, so how about instead of just talking all the time, we do a little bit of gambling? You guys got some coin? I've got a little bit. I've got 3 silver. I'm willing to gamble.
What kind of game you got in mind?
It's
no.
No.
Knifey dicey.
let a man speak.
Vessel saunters up 50 gold.
Let it ride. He said, "It's the classic king's dice," and he gets out some old dice and tosses them on the table.
We won't be having any of that tonight.
Oh, all right,
Wow, stick in the mud here.
Yeah.
I got 3 silver to put on that.
all right.
3 of your own silver.
Come on, you can be part of this.
I don't want to be part of it.
Sing a song, make some silver. Roll some dice, make some more. It's easy.
I've been singing songs for weeks.
All right, then you can get us more drinks. Let's roll!
Let's roll! And
Oh, Mission!
all right, so we have Valimir, Cole, and Barris are going to gamble. 3 silver is dropped in there, so the pot is 9. What you're going to do is you're going to roll 5 6-sided dice. So you can come up with close to 5 of those dice. You're going to roll, and you're going to get 3 different rolls. We'll do them together, though, in unison. Your goal is to get the highest number possible with all 5 dice. However, if you get 3 1s, you automatically win the game. And if multiple people win, then the remaining dice determine the final winner.
Oh.
So if you can go low or you can go high, depending on how things work out. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Good.
So we're all going to roll first. There's 9 silver for folks. I've got a single 1 and a 4 is my highest.
I got a 1 and a 6.
Okay.
1 and 6.
I'm going to keep my 4, and that's it.
Got 3 3s. How many times do we roll? 3
3
times?
times. Re-rolling. Woo! I got 2 1s out of that. I'm going to go that direction.
I got another 6. I got a 5. I got 1 1.
I got 2 5s
Same
and a 2. So I have a 6 and 2 5s right
Okay,
now.
you're looking great if I don't roll another 1.
Yeah.
Keeping my 5s here.
Okay, last roll. Nope.
Hooah!
I got 10, 12, 14 total only.
21.
12, 25.
Okay,
Whoa.
Cole
Whoa.
comes away with 9 silver.
How did you get 25?
6, 6, 4, 4, 5.
Bitch.
That's 10, 10, and a 5. That's 25.
Barkeep, yes, another round of ales for the table over there on
Cole
the
is
Big
getting
Mac.
really good at math.
yeah, all of a sudden
When there's money involved.
he becomes a savant.
See him cheering, isn't he great?
Barris says, so have you heard about the wizard slayer that's been killing around the kingdom?
That does not sound.
Wizard.
Yeah, you need to watch
I
out
do.
for that.
I do.
Been killing everyone with magics. All throughout Calavier.
How have you heard this?
It's all the talk amongst non-wizardly folks. I figured you guys would be on top of it, you wizards up in your little ivory towers.
Oh, I have no ivory tower at present, unfortunately.
It's in the shop.
My
I'm
prescription
between towers at the moment.
prescription renews next month for halls and inns.
Well, I'd keep an eye out on your back and watch out for any trouble, man. Someone's coming to kill every wizard.
What do they have a reason why that might be occurring? Why somebody might want to kill poor innocent users of lovely magic?
He looks confused and then just points at you. Wizards! I mean, come on.
It's a bit insulting, isn't it, Barris?
I mean, look, Bears, I've been with this guy for a while now. It's kind of hard to kill a wizard. If a guy's going out there saying they're doing it, then they got to be really, really good at it. Or really shifty.
But haven't you sometimes just wanted to crack him over the head every now and again?
Sometimes. Just now I want to do it.
See? So watch yourself. And also heard something of interest. Just to keep an eye out for your own selves, I think there's going to be more danger in town. There's a little drug that's been going around on a shipment that came in called quills. And I think I know of more than a few little gangs of thieves around the city. They keep mostly to themselves as best they can. But there are some thieves guilds here. And I think there's going to be some dangerous transactions happening out in the streets to see who can come out on top over the next couple of days.
What kind of drugs are these?
It's a drug. It makes you feel good. It makes some people not feel so good and get sick real fast. It's not anything I'm interested in. It's not. I think it's expensive stuff for the rich folks. But
But no kids, right?
No, I don't think so.
Just saying. If anyone starts doing drugs with kids, they have to answer to me.
Do 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 do.
The more you know.
And he said, all right, who's up for? I've got 2 more silver. And he grabs his dice.
Oh, I've got plenty of silver
All
now.
right,
I'm still in.
6 silver to see who can win.
Arrogance!
First roll.
Arrogance, we're rolling again!
Argus, you want to join in? He's ignoring everyone.
Who's the ship brigade now?
He's working on a new song.
Oh, I got a 1.
Triple 5s.
I'm going for the 1s.
2 1s, 2 6s, and a 5.
Where are you going?
I'm going for the 1s.
Okay, second roll.
Oh, I got a 6 and 4s, no other 1s.
5, 5, 5, 6.
2 5s and a 3.
I can do
I'm
this.
going for the 1s
Come on, I
again.
can do this.
Motherfucker.
10, 15, 10, 21, 22, 23 total.
A 6, a 3, a 1, a 1, and a 1. No! You can't stop this.
That's 6 more, or 4 more silver. for
Boulder
you.
rolling downhill.
Nice job.
How long you had that loaded up, ready to go?
I don't like to talk about it.
Boulder fallen.
Barris says, all right, now, you've bled me dry here. Maybe you can send some more my way if you're willing to make a trade. I've been trying to make some use out of something, and I don't think I can. And maybe we can make a deal. What do you think?
What do you need, Barris? What's going on?
He reaches in and pulls out a piece of paper that's wrapped up with a cord around it and puts it on the table and says, 8 gold.
8 gold?
8 gold.
Is Valimir recognized with the paper, maybe?
Nope. Aragus is there, though. Once he hears 8 gold, he comes over. He wants to see that failure of a dice roll. Instead of dice, you see there's a piece of paper, and he says, 8 gold for this treasure map.
About 6.
Come on, it's Barris.
What kind of treasure?
5?
Barris, if this was such a good map, why aren't you getting it yourself?
I can't get past the first part. I'm old, and there's people with knives. I don't do well with knives. I'm more of a sit in the cozy chair and try and swindle coins out of dice that aren't quite rolling for me.
All right.
But there's a fortune in this treasure map.
What's the catch?
8 gold.
Come on, Barris. If you have to fight people with knives at the first part, what's the rest of it do? Whose gold is we taking? Where's the treasure belong to?
All right, this is between you and me.
All right.
And Valimir and Aragus. But definitely not the
And
others.
that guy over there.
There's a friend of mine named Nettie, and he was
Nettie Pot.
Nettie Pot of Gold. He blows. His name is Nettie. He's a man who makes things. He's a constructor, and he made a secret area for the old Thieves Guild that used to be here in the city, but they got taken down about a year ago. Some say by the guard, but it was quite violent with a fire and people unable to escape. Got burned alive, the lot of them, including my man Nettie. Gone. I heard he was working with them, creating things for them, making their hideout a little more secure. Well, his stuff was recently put up and sold. Some crap of his from his old place. Apparently it was paid for, a flat that he had. I went ahead and paid a little bit of money and found this, and it's worth far more than I paid for. And it's a map that seems to point to beneath where that old Thieves Guild used to be.
Well,
And he's got instructions on there.
seems like if we have to tangle with the Thieves Guild, it may not be worth that 8 gold after all. Men with knives sounds an awful lot like thieving guilds, and I'm not sure wizards want to really cross them at the moment.
Where's Vessel during all of this?
You were not there.
I'm not
afraid.
there.
He says, "All right, I'll keep shopping around then."
Why don't you take this with you, go get us another round, and give us a moment to consider the offer?
All right. He picks it up, walks away. Wait, why did I agree to another round?
Put it on the big guy. Now, Cole, I only objected to the gambling because I simply don't trust this man yet. And anyone willing to stake all of his gambling, all of his money on a simple wager is one thing. The man isn't willing to even consider going to this thieves' guild. That bears quite unwell for my trust in him. However, you did just win a fair amount. Let's say this. We take the map and offer, instead of the 8 gold now, 2 or 3 gold. Your choice, your number. And out of the treasure we may or may not find, he takes the rest, should we meet again. And considering the nice establishment we find ourselves in, I think we will find ourselves in his company again.
And when you say take the map, exactly what do you mean there?
We trade the map, not for the 8 gold, but for 2 gold. And the rest comes out of what we do find.
If you can talk him out of it for that, I would.
It's your money, big man.
I think we can do this. Nettie!
He comes over.
Barris.
Nettie is dead, friend.
You don't know
Nettie's
me!
dead.
Eddie comes.
No, the dead one!
to me.
Barris returns with some drinks. Said, "I told you to keep the name quiet."
Sorry. I have a great idea. You don't know me. Drinking. Here's what we're going to do. I got 5 dice in front of me. That says that I can pay you for the map. You roll me for the dice. If you win, I'm going to give you 5 gold right now. And then I'm going to come back and double that again with what we get from the map. If you lose, you're going to give you the map. And we're going to give you the 8 gold when we come back.
I got a better deal.
Okay?
You win. You pay me 8 gold, and you get the map, and you still walk away with a fortune, assuming you live.
Yeah.
If I win, you take the map. 100% all yours. And I get half of everything you find.
But you're not coming.
I trust some of your group.
All right. All right. Half of everything I find. If you win.
If I win.
Make sure he's the last one in the room when we get there.
Either way, on this deal, we are paying a minimum of 8 gold, which we could, had we just
He
paid
didn't
the
look
8
at me
gold
once
at
when
the
he made that
beginning
deal.
and not rolled any dice, we could just pay the 8 gold, and that would be it. No more, no less.
His savantism comes and goes.
Oh, middling roll.
Oh, no,
I got a 5.
I got a 5-2. I'm going to
right.
keep it. Second roll.
There we go.
6-5-5. Keeping those 3.
Got a 6, a 5, and 2 1s.
Where?
Going for the 1s.
Oh, no. All right. I'm going high. You're going low.
In the tray.
Did you get your ones?
Maybe. I got.
Can you hero point for?
You can hero point, yes. All the dice you want for a hero point.
Oh.
You know what? I got one.
And I will let you know. I have a 6-6-5-5-3.
It's a pretty good roll. I got a 6 and 2 1s with a 3 and a 2. So I'm going to use this hero point right here. Leave those 2 1s out so they don't get bounced
for an
around.
extra D6.
That would be interesting. That would be cheating, I think.
Against you!
Here goes.
4, 4, 1. Woo!
He goes, all right, the deal's a deal. 8 gold.
Oh crap! All right.
Why did this involve the guy who's terrible with numbers?
Actually, he already gave all of his gold to Vessel. So.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna owe you 8 gold.
Valamir-
We had a deal.
Valamir hands the 8 gold over
Oh, I knew I could
and
trust
takes
you.
the map.
And I hope the assassin kills you last. And he hands you the treasure
Customary
map.
greeting for.
You unravel the map, or you keep it safe and
I
secret.
tuck it away for now.
All right.
I'm not going to look at it right now.
Meanwhile, at the Caven's Food Bank Tavern, Caven is there with Vessel.
I smell money.
Donation suggested.
The two of you are coming back.
Vessel skimming. Oh, that's awful. There.
The two of you are coming back from the Church of Solene. You have some crates in your arms. You're bringing some food that has been prepped in the Solene kitchens. You take it across the plaza to the food bank. As you approach, you hear some commotion coming, and it's a backdoor tavern in an alley. The door comes flying open, and a homeless guy comes stumbling out and tumbling into some garbage in the back of the alley. Oh! And then you see some guy you've never seen before, slightly muscular guy with a dagger at his side, reach over, close the door, glare at you, and slam the door closed.
And this was the back door to which
It's
establishment?
the front door. It's your only door to the tavern that's your food bank.
Okay. Caven opens the door back up and walks in.
You open the door back up. You see there is a trio of fellows here that have tossed out the only guy who was who showed up early to eat. There is an adept who is here from the church, who is cowering in a corner with some food and stuff being tossed at him by one of the guys. Ah, shut up, stay there, threatening him. And there is a third guy, a bigger guy, who is turning the place over, turning over all the crates, the stools, and just trying to look for stuff of value.
Caven sets down his crates and immediately
Vessel's in behind him, but he's still holding the crates.
okay.
What is the meaning of this?
Stop what you're doing now. We will feed you and you can go.
The guy closest to you who closed the door turns around surprised, and he whips out his long dagger and says, "Get the hell out of here."
No, it is for me to ask you to leave.
What would you be wearing, or that might affect his response in any way?
I mean, I have a chainmail shirt.
That's something.
I have my cape as a guardian of Solene.
Okay, that's something.
And a glowing holy radiance of a paladin.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, my belt, my hand axe, I guess I don't have my shield necessarily on me since I'm on groceries,
Okay.
but
You're carrying it, the groceries in your shield.
yeah. Yeah, my warhammer is probably in the back in the
Okay.
kitchen. So,
All right. And then there's a Warforged cleric behind.
holding some celery.
One celery stalk.
That one stock.
He's just holding it.
Make a intimidation roll with advantage.
Okay. Intimidation.
Yeah, you got like 800 hero points.
It's a bad roll.
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Oh.
Well, you are carrying groceries.
You can
So-
re-roll both.
Okay. Oh my god.
You have more hero points. Happy birthday.
That's a 3 and a 6.
Oh,
wow.
All right, so yeah, that guy has his long
can we
dagger
keep
drawn.
rolling
You
hero
cannot keep
points?
rolling.
Plus 2 is 8.
Okay, total of 8. And as SG Pren says in our Twitch chat, is that what they're calling it these days? His long dagger. It's crooked to the left. He gets real close and says, "Look, I don't know who you are, but you don't look like a city guard to me. Get your ass out of here. It's your last warning."
Has this area been consecrated in any way?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I am a guardian Selene, and I shove his dagger out of my way, and
He spits in your face. I don't care who you are. And before he strikes, his buddy strikes first. Oh, and with a total of 20, hits you with half a loaf of old bread.
okay.
Right upside the
Is
cheek.
that what's descending into madness?
So with one arm
I attack
now
with
around
ricotta.
Daggerman's throat, Caven just turns to face Breadman.
All right. The guy you grab by the throat says, let me go. And is going to stab at you with disadvantage. Misses.
Does he have the reach?
He's stabbing at your arm then.
It's a long dagger.
Right, right.
It's not how long the dagger is.
That's how you stab with
Yeah.
it.
My spiritual cervix.
Serrated for your pleasure.
Mark.
Yeah.
He stabs at your arm several times, but cannot pierce through the chain protection you have on there. The guy who threw the bread looks real pissed off. He draws a short sword and then says, "You really messed up now," and snaps his fingers to get attention of a not good hearing large thug who turns around and says, "Now you got to deal with." Hold on, Beatrice. Hold on. Give me a second.
Bread man.
I have it listed here.
It's meatloaf.
They call me Flour.
He says, "Now you got to deal with the goat."
Oh no.
Valamir from like a half a block away laughs.
Well, this is definitely non-lethal combat.
This first name throat.
Vessel turns to Caven and just goes, "Did he say the goat?"
And the large guy says with a piece of beef in his mouth, "I'm the goat," and starts stomping over towards you.
I will throw when he's close enough. I will throw Stabby Man at the goat.
Oh, okay. Make a ranged attack roll, please.
Vessel is still
Okay.
holding groceries.
You can't do anything combative.
That's
You gotta
Got a
hold
hero
on to
point?
that celery,
I gotta
man.
it's
Let's protect the food.
what do I add to like just a
Your
range?
proficiency plus your dex modifier.
Okay, so
Minus produce.
that's an 11.
A total of 11. You throw the guy, but it does not collide with anyone, and he hits the floor and is picking himself back up again.
Okay.
So he has his dagger out. Beside him to his right, his buddy with his short sword, and to his left is the goat, who reaches down and picks up a 3-foot-long hard salami.
Okay.
That's an expensive piece of meat.
Hold on to it. You get
And
some gold for it.
slaps it in his hand menacingly.
It's getting shorter each time because each time it passes its mouth.
Is it getting cold in here? You just wait till this thing. Wait till this thing thaws, man.
SG Pren again says, anyone who's just turning in is like, he's throwing what at a goat? They're closing in. They're going to engage you in combat.
That's fine.
Okay, well, you seem to be all fine with that. They're attacking first. That is dagger. That is sword. Oh, salami got the highest roll.
Deli meat.
Really, all the prepackaged meats are the higher damage weapons. All right, without your
It's all the
shield,
preservatives.
I got a 13, a 16, and a total of 20.
Without my shield, because my shield provides 2, right?
Correct.
So, so I would be 16. So 2 of those hit.
2 of those hit. All right.
What is the damage of a wayward salami?
The short sword hits you for 7 points of damage. You got max hit. The salami also got max, but the big strength came to a total of 5.
What?
Yeah. A club, I did 1 to 2, and then he has +3 strength bonus.
5 points from a salami?
Prepare to perish from a piece of pork.
Can we keep track of quotes of the night? Because that's a good one. That out of context.
In context, I mean,
Even has been bludgeoned down to 15 life.
What an ignoble way to die.
Do I really need to spend
food bank,
Sabine's
no
healing
less.
energy for
salami
bruises?
slaps.
You two may go in whatever way you would like.
Caven will go after this guy with the sword
Is it
first, I guess.
your desire to wound them? Vessel is looking to you for authority.
Down his nose, looking at you all the way down his nose.
Yeah, Caven wants to wound them, not kill them, but he does want to.
I'm sorry, it's SG Fred again. 5 points of smoked and cured damage. Chat's on fire. Do you have resistance to smoke and cured?
We'll talk later.
it's only the summer sausages.
Ranged Vienna.
How are you against poultry? I have to ask.
All right.
So what are you guys doing?
Caven is going after Short Sword Man with
Okay.
his hand axe.
Someone is eating a case of groceries.
Okay.
So Vessel is just
Closing in and smashing it with
Yep.
him. All right.
That's a
There
natural
you go.
20 with a hand axe.
There you go.
Before you go, Vessel,
Jesus.
describe a brutal attack in however you would like there, David.
So yeah, he gets stabbed by the sword and then whacked by a salami, and then he pulls out his hand axe and just does a big wide swing and chops the guy in the neck. I'm thinking
Which guy?
the short sword guy.
Oh, okay.
And you cut the perfect slice.
and whacked by a salami is our
And what we're doing
thin.
is our episode title.
we're doing normal roll +1 max die
Yes.
for critical.
Jesus.
Oh come on! So that's 11.
11 points of damage. He drops to the ground, gurgling, and dies within 30 seconds from then.
You
Painfully.
immediately turn to Vessel. Didn't try that. That wasn't intentional.
I did wound him.
This is a pseudo sanctuary, so Vessel cannot let this guy die. So he's going to forego his attack action,
Okay.
and focus on bringing just some life back to the guy who got mortally wounded.
All right, and you're casting a spell to make that
Yes.
But Caven has to say, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding.
It's just a prank, bro.
Look what you made me do.
Are you doing some magic to stabilize him? It is a new round, and
Yeah, I can just stabilize with a cantrip, so I can
Okay.
do that. Yeah.
and he starts breathing but is unconscious on the ground. The leader, with his long knife, sees his friend quote unquote die and panics and is going to try and run past you if you allow it, cave in and go out that door.
I'll take an opportunity attack.
Okay. He pushes past you, you get pushed back, but you come right back with your axe.
It's a 9.
9, and you swing and miss.
I pat him on the butt with the side of the axe.
But
You-
there's one left.
There's one left, and there is a large human with a salami, slightly crooked salami in his hand, who looks down and is sad at his friend bleeding all over the place.
Ooh.
Take your friend, go get him some help, and never come back here again.
Make an intimidation roll.
Okay.
10 is all you need.
Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna use another hero point.
Salami attack coming in!
My rolls are.
Are you down to one?
Salami Sam coming
And
in.
unfortunately, I give you control again as he rolls a natural 1.
What?
Salami.
Just reverse it. Just catch it and hit him
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just catch the salami in my hand and.
Just like I taught you.
But it's very Matrix X.
You cure like they do.
Yeah, I just catch the salami in my hand, wrest it out of his, and tell him again, take your friend, find him medical attention, and don't come back.
He looks dejected. The energy to fight is gone. Grabs his friend's ankle and drags him out, leaving a trail of blood behind. And there's a stoop that's pretty high
Yeah.
too. On the back.
Does he sheath the salami at all?
I'll see you later.
And the adept there gets up and says, thank you so much. You killed him.
No.
He's only partially dead.
He happens to be alive. That's the only thing.
Sometimes our plans go different directions than we intend. I only meant to harm, intimidate, dissuade him from returning.
Well, I'm glad you're on our side. I'll start the cleaning.
Now who are you?
All right, you have gained 1 salami if you would like to add that to your equipment list.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Partially.
May come in.
Bloodied salami?
I sheath it.
It is both rations and weapon based on how many uses.
Slightly bruised.
Can't donate a bloody salami to a food bank, can you?
It's got a discount though. More time has passed, and we have 3 of our friends, Valamir, Cole, and Aragus, are at the Lumine Academy. You are outside in the courtyard where you have been paid a nominal fee of typical 1 gold.
I'll take it.
Just for the wizard, though, Valamir.
I won't take it, I guess.
I would split that.
Okay. 3, and maybe 4
Yeah.
for you?
Yep.
3 silver-wise?
Yep.
And Associate Professor Galasieris is there. Gathered around him are 6 of their graduate students gathered around. And,
Yes, I can do a lesson for you. I do not mind.
and Galasieris says, yes, we're all gathered here, and I've set up everything according to your exact specifications, Valamir.
Lovely.
And as we have said, Valamir is a local wizard of, what would you say is your specialty, Valamir?
It's not the art of the deal, I'll tell you that much. Aragus shouts.
Boo!
My specialty is in wizardry, thank you. All manner of wizardry. I am a wizard extraordinaire.
2 of the students raise eyebrows that they've been lied to by guest speakers here at the at the school before.
Valamir gives them a look back.
Galasieris says, well, this outdoor masterclass being given by Valamir, he will demonstrate in the best way that he can with him and his associates both the power and dangers of fire magic. We have the various equipment and dummies set up as you requested. What is the first lesson you would like them to see?
Do any of you students know how to create a magical shield?
One of them says, yes, I do.
Excellent.
He casts it immediately.
Does it look like it'll hold up the fire?
It's done. It was a reaction only. Sorry.
It happens to a lot of new students. It's fine. It's fine. We
Just give me a long
understand.
refractory rest and I'll be ready again.
Well, that is fine. No matter. I will just show it on these dummies here. And I look at the students. Just kidding. And And
And whatever you want is here in this grassy courtyard area, whatever you need. And you also have Cole and Aragus here to assist you in your demonstration of both power and dangers of fire magic for these graduate students to be aware of.
yeah. So what is going to happen?
What is going to happen?
Is Valimir is going to cast Magic Missile. However, it will be with fire damage because he is a scholar and he can change the damage type
Okay.
with one of his other spells. And I believe I get 3 arrows.
Yeah.
Three darts. So 2 are going to go exactly on target. And the third one's going to go straight towards, let's say, one of the students, but then it's because, but it's going to hit just right beside them
Okay.
as part of the danger.
All right. They launch out, and what are the targets? What are they hitting?
They're straw dummy type things, which then they emulate, of course, and
Right.
catch on fire.
Great. There's a big boom of fire from these things. You hit, and the students duck as the third errant one lands nearby.
And that is a good lesson there, that one must always account for any wildness in the magic, as there are times, especially in these times here, where sometimes our magic may be indeed affected, just as in this teleportation magic business recently. So always be aware of those dangers, students.
And Valimir, what would you say is your greatest use of fire magic to date?
Well, there was a time when I set a boat on fire.
5 hours later.
Adventure!
Have you seen the arches?
So, in one of my first encounters with some of my companions, we were whipping through the forest, one might say,
Yeah.
and came upon a boat with some booty that we needed to acquire, and casting some fire spells down upon the boat, I pretty much single-handedly destroyed it and acquired the chest that we and indeed needed for the Illumine Academy here.
Students start interrupting you slightly and just asking questions. How do you know when you've built up enough magic? And what happens if there's a lot of wind? And I don't understand if it's water I can focus on, but I can't get, hey, that looked like magic missile, just hitting you with lots of different questions as they go. Professor Galiciera says, all right. And some of the questions are answered. It goes on and on with your endless lecture. And then he says, well, I know you've brought your 2 associates here for some sort of grand finale, pointing to Aragus and Cole. Let's see what this is as we wrap up this powers and dangers of fire magic. Proceed.
Are you all ready?
Yes.
Excellent.
Still nose deep writing his next spell. How do you rhyme orange?
Okay. And Valimir will cast Scorching Ray.
Is that a level 2?
It is a level
So
2.
where is everyone at? Where are the students at? Anything going on? This is a big spell.
Is Vessel
And
anywhere near?
Nope.
We're doing a fastball special?
And it involves Aragus and Cole somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
Just a quick recap. Aragus has 21 hit points.
I mean,
Cole
it's only
should be fine at
3D.
36.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no permanent damage there.
And students are 10, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at 2 of my friends.
Sergus jumps into Cole's hand.
Here we go.
So Cole, you are holding Aragus the halfling
He has
bard.
it's like a little, a tiny little space in between us, but it's like a mag lock on Cole. It's my Blade Ward shield, just kind of giving me a little bit of a buffer so I can actually additionally be launched further. So if I get hit with something, it hits my rump.
We're already on track.
My shielded rump, not my...
All right, the students back away. How far away are they from you, your associates?
Let's just say 90 feet.
90 feet.
So a ways.
And facing towards Valamir with my back to the wall of what I'm guessing is a 2-story building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, students, gather round, and let me show you exactly what we're doing right here. And Valamir, goes through a lot of somatic gestures and really just hams it up. It takes a while. It's almost like a ritual spell at this point. And then just throws his hands out and scorching ray.
That's a signal!
Yeah. He didn't say pull or anything.
Cole,
And then
Cole
three.
matches the gesture, doing his hands the same way, throwing Aragus in the air.
Feather fall. And Argus just goes up and then slowly starts to come down to make it a little easier for you.
Yeah, and I'll cast. I'm not actually trying to hit or injure him. Just like
This is the dazzling ray.
yeah,
of the scorching
basically
rays.
basically in the triangle around him.
Well, what's
Close,
the range of your spell?
Under 20 feet.
You should have them at 121. So it looks like you're blasting them all now.
Not
Anyway.
a bad idea, but too late.
He hasn't tried my acting skills yet, so I'm not going to. Why start now?
All right, attack rolls.
Yes.
All right. It's gonna be 8, 12, and 14.
Yeah, one of those hits.
All right,
Yeah.
you blast Aragus floating down. For how much damage?
Ah!
With a light 11 points of damage.
How much?
11.
11.
So he's got the blade ward on, but if he is anywhere near 5 feet above
Okay.
Cole's head, I will do my counter reaction, which looks like a bicycle kick. Think Guile from Street Fighter 2, right? Jumping up and doing the sonic boom kick, and instead I am going to be intercepting the scorching ray
Kick me in the face.
with my stone skin, because I have the interception as a reaction.
Okay.
And I will be taking away, oh, that's the wrong die, a d10 plus 2 of damage, reducing it to 10, I'm reducing it by 10 points of damage.
Oh, tiny singe on the halfling.
And as you see here, even though I am a wizard and these are a mere warrior over there, you must always still be cautious, because even this warrior is able to deflect some of my magic, and it is a special ability of his Goliathness, as stated in Bulgar's Tome of Giants and other oversized bipedal beasts. They have these
Bipedal.
Working title, I still have some things to say about that one.
And don't forget the dismount. And Argus lands on Cole's head.
There's some applause from the students. Woo! And they are impressed. And Galiciera says, well, that was very, very informative. Well done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Looked quite dangerous.
And if you were to
We
go
are
before-
trained professionals. Do not try this at the Illuminae Academy.
One last question. If you were to go before Celine, what would be the words you'd like to have her say to you?
Professor, that was a task accomplished, if you know what I mean.
Yes, well done. Valamir. And he pulls you over to the side.
Yes, dear sister.
Hell, are you doing real magic?
You're supposed to hit. You're supposed to hit.
Delusions. He says, look, I've been speaking to some of the other instructors and the alchemist at the school.
Oh, and you want me to join the academy? I'm sorry, I cannot. I am far too busy to become an instructor here. I apologize.
No.
What?
No.
Why is that funny?
No. As you are out and about with your other associates, we could use some occasional specimens from time to time for many unusual fauna you might come across. And we would be willing to pay a nominal fee. So if in your adventures you come across such things, please consider us delivering for what we can use to teach and create here at the Academy.
Of course.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again. Say goodbye, everyone. And each student tries to do their own little spell, but they kind of come
No,
up as
please stop.
A little more swish and flick for you.
What else would you guys like to do in some of your time off? Anything else?
Aragus just wants to talk to kind of the group. I know she's not here presently, but I want Fiona to have heard this knowledge a little bit. But yeah, just kind of in our collective dormitory area or whatever. I would just like to get a foundation of all the information we've gone over. We've been separated, we've been attacked, and we've been, well, separated again. I think it's time for a little information sharing of what we all seem to have. We've got pieces of something about these shadow creatures. I still suspect there is something going on with Verador. She may not know it herself even, but there is something further there. And then there's more information about this Thieves Guild.
Oh, yes. I have something. And I open up the scroll that I was given by Barris.
No one notices it's already been untied.
Yeah.
Slightly burnt.
You open up the scroll. Inside is a very poorly
Gotcha.
drawn map that barely makes any sense at all, but there are some written instructions on the side that illuminate something that Nettie was leaving for himself to be able to get back to. It has 5 steps on there. Step 1 reads as follows: where the lion sits at the docks, find the way above the water. Where the lion sits at the docks, find the way above the water.
That's only you guys that see that though right now, right?
He's showing. I thought
Yeah.
you guys were all together.
Oh, yeah,
No,
we
yeah,
are.
everyone.
Yeah.
This is me trying to
Yeah.
get everybody
Yeah.
on the same page.
Where the lion sits at the docks.
Find the way above the water. Step 2. Before the entrance to the guild hall basement, N marks the spot. Before the entrance to the guild hall basement, N marks the spot. Step 3.
Hold on. You're gonna make us write this stuff down. You gotta give us time.
Put it in the chat if you could after we do this, if you don't mind.
Before the
I
entrance
may
to the
not be able to
guild
actually do that for some
hall
special reason.
Okay.
basement, something, 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 N,
N
something,
marks the
something.
spot.
N for Nettie.
N marks the spot.
Marks the spot.
Okay.
Step 3. Go down, but do not go down too far.
That's what she
That's
said.
not what she said.
Mark.
Okay.
Step 4. Don't go for a swim.
This sounds weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I was totally wrong.
Shit.
There, down below.
I have
that.
to race stuff.
That's it. Just 4 steps. Sorry.
damn.
That was
5 step.
Last one says. Last one says profit.
Mm-hmm.
and then just crude designs and basic shapes of circles and lines that don't make any sense whatsoever.
Does where the lion sits at the docks make sense? Is there like a lion down by the docks? Is there?
Well,
There's a
yep.
statue.
Haven't spent a lot of time down there.
We've been to the docks.
Yep.
Once before.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, Aragus, you were saying.
No,
I
it's-
apologize. I just wanted to present
Well-
this as I suddenly remembered it.
Well, and this is Alistair and Aragus kind of mixing information. So if,
This is going to be confusing.
yeah. So if Aragus doesn't quite know this part yet, I'm hoping this is the conversation that each of us
We'll
uh,
divulge things.
but,
Yes, we'll assume.
The reason I accepted the map in the first place was because of the mention of something beneath the sewers, and this could give us another key to getting down there. All of these things may not be connected in its surface, but there is something going on in this city, and now this mention of a wizard slayer.
Yes, I did not particularly
these
care for that.
Creature, yes, but these creatures outside of the city and whatnot may not matter to us yet. But certainly there is something going on, and perhaps going to this Thieves Guild would give us more knowledge of what is yet to come. Not just an immediate prize for a new
But
friend.
a prize would be good.
A prize nonetheless, but a prize for a new friend perhaps, but a bargaining chip for more information he may know. But we are at my wit's end, I must say, with all of this information.
Indeed, I am open to certainly exploring these options. We have been sitting here in town for a few days, and while I enjoy going to the Illuminae Academy and enlightening students and teaching, it is not filling the full needs of this particular wizard.
And I enjoy entertaining the townsfolk, but it doesn't seem to lend much information to my ear at this time, so it seems it comes upon myself to do the digging. And I would much rather have bigger hands to dig with.
Yes, your hands are rather small.
My feet are big, but they don't help much in the dig.
Still, you can make more money that way, I'm telling you.
Well, we'll resort to that if we have to. Mark it.
They help me feel impressive.
Yes.
So what are you trying to get to?
Well, I figure we could start with this map, see where it goes, and hopefully we'll get more answers about the Underdark, whatever we may call it. But we've been to the sewers. We know there's trouble down there. If there's trouble even further, we must find a way down there.
Kobolds are gonna kobold. I'm not gonna find too much of their problems.
I fear
I don't think they're gonna come out of the sewers by any time soon.
Well, what of the things that scare the kobolds?
And, well, I do not believe this will go to the sewers based on the instructions to this map.
Not for this treasure, but...
So do we follow the treasure or go to the sewer?
Well, I'm saying we have this map to this treasure. I'm not certain where it goes exactly, but if there are clues for something else along the way, or clues within the treasure itself, that would be helpful. I simply say that we're at a dead end with much information and a lot of trouble at our hands, and not much to go on. We
Indeed.
must start somewhere.
I am all for solving the riddle of this four-step program, as it were.
The fifth was like, whatever you do, don't forget. And it's cut off.
Perhaps we should go to the dock and see if we can find this lion and follow these 4 steps
Yeah, I think that would
to
be
success.
a real fun idea. Back to your thought, Aragus, of where things are going. I'm trying to remember everything I've told you and the things I haven't. I want to let you know that I spoke to my old friend 12 back in Azimir when I was there. And one of the things that he mentioned was that there is a great danger coming. He didn't say it was coming from below as so much as it was coming from another place. And there's eyes on us watching us. But if we want to gain more information when we're ready, we need to look for the Star Seer. And whoever the Star Seer is, they'll be able to help us out because danger is apparently coming soon.
What is this about the star, sir? There, cool.
The Star Seer, that was the name he gave me.
Who gave you, sir?
12.
Who is 12?
Oh man, Valmir, I was just saying this. 12
Sorry,
is the
I was
friend.
thinking about salami. I apologize.
12 is he's come up to me a couple of times. He found me here and I met her at a bar once, but he was also over in Azimir.
Anyway, so the Star Seer. What about the Star Seer?
He was saying that when we want to learn more information about the great danger that's coming, because we're intertwined with it, that we need to seek out information from the Star Seer.
Well, that seems like another lead we can pursue as well. Perhaps we should have known about this 2 weeks ago, but that is okay.
There's priorities.
And also, Caven and Vessel, you guys are here. You can interact
this is
any way
everybody,
you
of
want.
course.
Haven's just listening right now because he probably feels like he's going to have to be a part of this big plan, but he also is knowing that he also needs to protect his
Salami?
no, it's in a sheath now. It's covered. He needs to protect his soup kitchen, so he's trying to think of a way to get a guard to protect that while he's away on this new venture that is being.
Was that an
plotted.
ongoing project before us, or is that a new thing?
That's a new thing.
Oh, okay.
That's the 200 gold
Oh, that's
donation.
right. I'm sorry. Yep. 200 gold couldn't get them a guard. I got them you, I guess.
Also a grand idea. I don't know if actually you volunteered that idea, but
He was just kind of pondering it,
Yeah.
but when it gets to that point, yeah, it'd definitely be something that he expresses because that needs to happen before he feels like he can go anywhere.
based on the salami encounter earlier, I would agree completely that
What salami encounter? What happened?
You missed lunch. Don't worry about it.
something about a goat and I don't know.
I was accosted by hard meat.
You were accosted
By hard
in the
meat.
Caven's shop? Did you need me to get a guy?
No, I took care of him.
Do you know where he's from?
No,
Do you need me to know where he's from?
I know.
You can't have those things coming back.
There was somebody they called the goat.
I know the goat.
You know the goat.
Everybody know. Yes, I know the goat. Give me a second. Cole leaves.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Is this the goat? Is this the goat?
Literally a goat. Yeah.
Cole stomps over and literally stomps the whole way to the rotten duck,
Okay.
and goes to find my good friend Chims.
All right.
Didn't we kill him?
You did not. Did not kill him. All right. You are at the Rotten Duh. There it is. With Chims. This is the dive of a tavern that had the battle sawdust pit down below. Where you definitely messed up some dudes. Chims is a very disgusting fat fellow who is sitting on a oversized stool behind his counter, and he is eating strawberries and cream in still the most disgusting way you can possibly imagine. Dipping dirty, gritty fingers into pure white cream and then licking it off, and then just sucking loudly on a strawberry without ever actually eating it because he just wants to get the cream
It's
off
just
of
the
it.
vessel for the cream.
Yes. And he sees you, and as soon as you walk in, splat, a strawberry drops into the cream dramatically.
Chims,
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for the goat
The goat? Why?
because he messed with my brother. And he needs to be taught a lesson in manners.
He leans back and says, "What's in it for me?"
If you give me the goats, I'll give you 2 fights in the next month.
It's a deal. I'll get you the goat tomorrow night. Come here.
All right. Don't mess with me, Chims.
I wouldn't dream of it.
I got a lot of connections now. If he's not here, I'm going to shut this down.
Yeah.
Stands really tall. Tries to menace.
He dips his fingers into the cream. Want some? And holds them out to you.
Gross.
Close the deal.
Yes.
We call it creaming the deal.
Gonna write that one
I
down.
suck on this end.
Where's Mark?
I did not do it this time.
Tongue between the 2 fingers, if you please.
I don't know why this is getting more uncomfortable.
This
I'm gonna
episode
leave.
is being titled Mark. It is.
And Cole heads back out.
God, don't
Gross.
make that the episode title. Creaming the deal.
Creaming the deal.
Oh, dear. I don't know if iTunes will allow that.
Rated
He just
E.
comes back. He's just, why is all the cream on your face? What is that?
I made a deal.
Why did I make this guy roll me?
I need to take a shower.
Oh dear.
Only
That's how
2
you
months
make it
to
on a
go.
podcast.
Only 2 months to
This is how
go.
you do it.
So that time happens. Also, after a little bit more time goes by, there is a knock upon the door. This is at the welcome hall where you have rooms. So you're no longer at the dormitory, as per my understanding. You're at the welcome hall. There's a knock upon the door to the room, and a messenger from the Church of Solene, another adept, drops off a message for the guardian of Solene, Caven, and says, "It's a message for you."
Thank you. Please give my regards to the priest.
He puts his open palm away and walks down. And
It's not non-for-profit, so.
blessings don't pay utility bills. You get a message, and the message is a very short and simple one, written on a very fine-looking parchment in very flowery prose that
Is
reads...
Caven back? I mean, is Cole back?
No, not yet.
It's part of his self-esteem building.
Caven
back?
Yes. Caven doesn't read the message.
Okay,
right
he
now,
holds
then.
on to it tightly. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
What does the message say, good friend?
We have other things to discuss right now. I will save this for later.
You are of many minds, but do we have a direction to go? Notwithstanding the letter just received.
I would say we see what's in the letter first.
Argus is just sitting there smiling,
All right,
just waiting.
let's go to the docks. Cole's
Cole's back.
in.
Cole arrives. He's back.
Of course he is.
You see him look a little guilty, wipe some cream off of his lip.
Caven walks over to Cole and says, "My brother, we have received a message from the church."
Oh, can I see it, please?
Yes. And hands him to the scroll.
It's a numbered, coded message.
The exact same thing.
11010011.
We both can't read it.
The ultimate weakness. It is a message, and it's very flowery, very nice, high quality writing and parchment, and it reads, "Guardian of Solene,
Guardian of Solene,
your presence,
your presence
is specifically."
specifically
You know that one?
Yeah, we're pushing it now.
Something about
Acquiescence is requested.
Requested at the Copper House Guild Hall by Guildmaster Voldrin Matan
Ah.
in regards to issues of the church.
Huh. And he was the one that gave the 200 that has established the soup kitchen.
Yes.
And the 20 gold to you personally.
Okay. So, Cole, I'm assuming you tell us that tomorrow night you are, I don't know what you tell us about what happened at the...
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna deal with Goat. But this one says that your presence is required, but it doesn't say right now. So how about we go on a little adventure? And then we take care of the business when we get back. Huh? Huh? Vessel, you want to play King's Dice?
I don't recall that game.
Yeah, let's do it then.
I have 50 gold.
Suddenly
Wait,
Cole-
is it Vessel or Christopher?
I have 50 gold.
Come on, I'll play. Let's do it.
You don't tease the man with the dice game.
Yeah, I know. Serious.
I didn't think Vessel was going to stare at it.
Come on now. No, come on now.
3 silver, 3 silver. Who's in?
Does Vessel look like a bitch?
My square cubes are feeling hot.
Is this no limit or pot limit King's Dice? I just want to be aware.
Cole's trying to gamble. Everyone else is trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, that's probably a sound. That's fine with Caven to delay meeting with Mr. Matan.
We are going to the dock then.
Indeed.
Okay.
It does seem so.
I win.
Oh, dang. You get 3 silver. But next time, we'll try it for 6 silver, and I'll use 5 dice. I got bardic inspiration on this one.
That's what you should definitely take him on for some gold at some point.
I like this game.
Just a private match between the two of you.
You guys are heading to the docks now?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. You guys make your way to the docks. The docks are on this large lake that the city of Almithra borders, with the giant river that goes north-south through the kingdom, passes by. Lots of barges. There is a rock outcropping island in the middle of this lake that has just a bit of ruins of a tower remaining on it.
Anything of note we should...
No,
Okay.
not at all. You guys are out on the docks. It smells of the ocean and seaweed and fish. There are a bunch of barges, a couple not so large but low draft sailing ships are docked there as well. There are dock workers that are unloading big crates. They've got wooden cranes with pulleys and ropes that are moving bundles of crates wrapped up in netting into wagons. So there's definitely a lot of economic stuff going on. And
So it's a midday kind of activity?
definitely midday. It's a wide dock, lots of stone buildings that border right up to the side, long piers that extend out. So it's hustling and bustling. That's what you see. What do you guys want to do?
So,
Looking for a lion.
yeah, we're looking for where the lion sits.
Nonchalantly. Not going to be like peering into things or asking around, but trying to see.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the lion sits? No. Yeah. So just kind of strolling around the docks to see if there, some metaphorical lion, if there's a statue of somebody
feeling it's
called the lion.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's
a
someone.
boat, a dock named the lion, a boat
sea
named the
lions
lion,
anywhere, perhaps.
pod of sea lions.
All right. You guys start to look about. Why don't I get some perception rolls from every single one of
Maybe a
you?
large catfolk somewhere.
I'll roll this one.
Ooh.
Perception.
Perception?
Perception.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't-
Wait, nope, none of that matters.
Okay.
Thank you. I rolled
21?
advantage for some reason.
D&D has an investigate skill, right?
Yes,
Yes,
investigation.
That's
it
what I
does.
never use. Let's do that.
No, I
okay.
like perception
also
better.
I've never used investigate.
So perception is
There's a
almost
reason
entirely
I don't use
passive
it.
in
Yes.
this regard?
22.
Oh.
18 minus 1 is
Not a
17.
22.
So we have 22. We have a 17 as a second.
10.
Nothing better than that. All right.
Vessel's a hindrance.
With a 17, Caven, you run into a bustling crowd of people that are very excited and talking about some exciting news.
I bend down slightly to hear what's going on.
Lean over the mass of them, casting a heavy
What
shadow.
are you little people saying?
And you hear, oh my God, did you hear? No, I'm like, wait, on the north gate. And at that same moment, farther away, Valamir, you said you were searching for.
Anything that relating to lion, whether that be metaphorical or literal.
You find about a dozen statues that go up and down the whole wharf area, and they are right on the edge of the water, maybe 6 feet above the water. Some next to piers, some not, or next to docks, some not, and they are all of various sea creatures. What kind of sea creature would you like to focus on?
Lion.
Sea lion type.
All right, you see there is a sea lion sculpture in particular. You thought it real for a brief moment. Reel in your spell and approach the statue, and you see it is a statue with all sorts of seagull bird crap on it of a sea lion just laying there that was carved into the stone dock.
And Valimir just repeats it to himself. Oh, where the lion sits at the docks, find the way above the water. And is there a bridge? Is there a dock? Is there something?
There's a warehouse that it's right next to. So it's a warehouse. Then there is a pier that sticks out, and right in between the wooden pier and the stone wharf and warehouse is the sea lion.
Okay. So I seem to have a direction to go then.
You're standing right next to the sea lion.
Gotcha. And the warehouse goes like out on the water. It's
Nope.
like
Just flush up against.
find the way above the water. Looking up, is there any bridges? There's no bridges.
pier.
Yeah, just the pier.
No bridges. There's this warehouse. It has multiple, has 2 floors to it. It's the only thing that's up above your eye line.
Kind of walking around the warehouse looking for an N now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're looking around for an end.
While staying cognizant of like anybody who may be, watching Valimir. Valimir is currently incognito, so he's not wearing his hat.
Okay. Caven, amongst the crowd, you hear, yes, they found the wizard slayer. They captured him and they're dragging him through the city now. And oh my God, really? Where? How did they capture? They cast multiple wizards, had to hunt him down, and they still weren't able to kill him. They were able to entrap him in some sort of cube of power, and they're bringing him in on it, and they're parading him through the whole city right now. Oh my God, we gotta go! And they're all excited and racing off. Other people are whispering, "Hey, did you hear?" and trying to get everyone's attention about this great slayer.
Interesting. Okay.
And if Valimir hears that, he's going to try to collect his people and go see this wizard slayer
Oh, okay.
because he's very intrigued by that.
All right. Caven maybe pulls you off to the side. You see him looking confused, and you walk over to him as people are running past him.
What's the commotion here? Why is everybody running from you? Are you trying to tell them children's stories again?
They said they found the wizard slayer.
Oh my goodness.
He's encased in a cube of magic and
Oh my
being
goodness.
taken through the town
That is something I should like to see.
by the north gate, perhaps.
Let us gather our friends and go, if we may.
Did you find anything?
I did. A potential clue. But first,
First, rabbits.
the wizard slayer.
All right. I don't.
Okay.
So Valimir will find his friends and go try to...
That's going to take some convincing, my friend. Argus is looking for this.
All right. Aragus is not going to go.
Intrigue.
He's going to
For
continue
lions.
looking for lions.
I have started, I know where the lion is, just please, I think it would be good if we all came to see this wizard slayer.
To what end?
To keep the party together.
We're together now.
Well, I'm going to go see the wizard slayer. Because I feel I have a vested interest in that, being a wizard and all. And not
he's-
wanting to get slain.
But he's been caught. So you're fine. You can't slay any more
Wizard
wizards.
slayers have a
That's-
way of getting about things, and I would like to see this man before anything else happens, or before he escapes, or just to see him, so
Oh,
I know
you
what a
seem
wizard
very
slayer
finicky.
looks like. I am, because he slays people like me.
How about I will go with Valimir. On our way back, we will stop and see Mr. Matan. See what you can find from the clues.
The sea lion is over there, and the warehouse, there's probably an end that way. I'll be back.
All right. He points you in
right.
that direction. For some reason, that torques off Aragus.
Yeah, all right. Argus is just following the clues as best he can.
Okay. A vessel, what are you doing?
Is wandering up and down. He's aware that there's something lion related, but he hasn't been
All right, staying at the
much
dock.
help there. But yeah,
Holt is also helping with the search?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are searching for what Valimir has said, and you find the sea lion statue just as described. What are you looking for in particular?
All right. So, if I recall what he was saying, where the sea lion sits, find the way above the water. So, I'm kind of want to go down to the water area to see if there's like a cave entrance, a door, a trap hatch, something that would let me into a spot underneath the sea lion.
You would have to get wet to do that. It is deep right there for ships to get in.
Yeah.
Don't go for a swim.
Hold this. And I hand Daphne over to Aragus.
Okay.
Aragus kind of takes it and puts it in one of those giant ship like chained mounted to the ground loops for the rope, you know.
Okay.
Sticks it in there. You hold on to it. Give you an extra couple feet, you know, to go down if you hang on to it. Unless it's 8 feet deep, you're not standing up. So
I mean, I'm at least 11 feet tall. I don't remember.
Oh, that's
what everyone
true.
else knows.
You're pretty darn big.
Yeah.
what is the water level? 8 feet or more?
No,
or
it's
less?
fine.
Okay,
I jump in.
Okay.
I'll watch it. I'm
You
just saying.
jump in with a big splash as you come to. Do you know how to swim?
Sure.
All right.
Probably.
Reading and swimming.
Let me see. How often do I jump into water to swim? Not often.
In the Iron Hills.
Yeah. Nothing up in the.
The cool mountain lakes.
There you go.
Lush
there
Mountains.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Hot springs.
You bob your big head up out. You get some looks from a boat that's docked maybe 50 feet away. Some of the sailors look at you and just shake their heads. You see not too far to the right of the sea lion statue, just a couple inches into the water, is a metal grill.
Aha. There's a grate down here. I'm gonna go take a look at it.
A great what?
It's so great.
Aragus just thinks, sounds great.
And Cole will go to it.
All right.
Okay, you go to it. It is a metal grate that is rusted over in several places, and it is attached. You see there is a hinge to it, but you don't see a means to open it.
Is it locked to anything? So it's just got a rusty hinge.
It looks like it's permanently attached. You just happen to see two hinges on the right side, and pulling doesn't do anything.
But what if I really pull?
You can try that.
I'm gonna try really pulling. I'm gonna brace my feet against the wall
Oh.
and then pull with the arms the other side. So leveraging lower back muscles and traps.
Okay. Do
Goliath
so.
lower
Make
back
an
muscles.
athletics roll with advantage, please.
Right, a Goliath pull. 17.
With a 17, there is a loud creak and a metallic popping sound, and you splash back into the water, and the grate swings open on its hinges and grinds to a stop with a little channel of 4.5 feet tall that goes into the wharf itself.
That
So
wasn't
it-
your back, was it? I heard
Is
a
it
bump.
half underwater?
No,
or
just a couple inches.
a couple inches. All right. It opened all by itself. Come on down.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, we have our paladin and wizard Valamir have made their way through the city while you guys are getting yourselves into trouble beneath the water. You guys have joined a crowd. You cannot even get quite to the north gate, and instead you're on a long street that makes its way through the city as close as you can, and there is a huge line of people. Hundreds and hundreds of people are lined up.
Valmir's using illusion and prestidigitation to like weave through the crowd as well as he can.
Okay.
I mean, whatever it sounds. So, like like people are all bundled together or whatever, and then
All right.
so there's a sound. People turn away just as he's coming through, and
All
just
right.
he's just leading his way through the crowd through with
Hot
little
dogs. What?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Hot tomatoes in here.
Then there is a procession and some horns do, go off, and there are official horses coming through of some Calavier knights, two of them. They look like they've been through a bit of a battle some time ago, and they ride through as proud protectors of the kingdom. Behind them is a wagon that has some supplies, and there's some official-looking city guard that have joined them and are helping them through. And there's this mini parade of about 6 or 7 different groups of horses or wagons. It is the middle wagon that catches your attention most from the distance. It is a wider than normal wagon, and it has 4 posts on each corner. The posts are metal, and there is a thin, faint blue field of a cube that goes around all sides. Inside, you can just make out through the crowd, craning your head, there is a figure who is suspended, his arms over his head, floating, kind of angled inside this cube. It is a person who has like a torn robe, but his arms are exposed and looks like is a human who has also been through hell as well. And people are like, oh my God, they caught him. Oh yeah, I heard he killed several. You hear more rumors being, I've heard that he's been convicted of killing five wizards. And people are, oh, can he kill us? And they're all nervous and excited as the procession comes through. Caven is probably admiring these knights as they go by, whereas Valamir is more interested in this wagon as he approaches.
Yeah, very much eyes only for the wizard hunter.
And before that is the leader of this entourage that dealt with this capture. And yes, we have captured the Slayer. The kingdom of Calavier is safe once again. Let it be known that the Calavier will not deal with destruction and violence in any form, no matter who it is against. We will stand up, and this criminal, Valamir Greyspell, will be sent to his punishment and death. Crowds cheering as they go down. Yes, he repeats it. Let it be known again. Da 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 da. And Valamir Greyspell will
That
be
is
sent.
incorrect indeed. That is right. Hold up.
The wagon procession goes by.
Valamir.
That is not me.
Valamir. Caven is trying to calm Valamir.
I found him.
He picks him up by his head.
Did Valamir get a good look at?
No, right now you're seeing it. The wagon now goes by. You're looking around you at the same time, making sure what the hell's going on. And before you see the man. It is a familiar face. Hanging in there is an older fellow who is known as Valamir Almarin Greyspell II.
Oh, shit.
It's my dad.
And we will take our break there, and we will be right back.
Wow, now.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching tonight. We just ended on a really good cliffhanger, and we're going to call it a night for tonight. So for those of you who are still with us, thank you for hanging on. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you all next time. Take care.